Yeah. So today we're going to do, how are you guys feeling? Let me see your thumbs and fingers. Yeah. Roland's like, I'm like somewhere like a 6 or 7. We're going to do yoga for neck and shoulders and jaw and throat and voice today. We're dedicating today's class to Annie. Annie couldn't be here because she drove down to see her father. He's having surgery on his neck. He has a couple of discs that have lost a vertebra, that are missing the disc. So they're doing surgery today. So I said, well, let's do yoga for our neck then today. How does that sound? So it's also about this energy that we hold around our throats. Okay, so not just the muscles of the neck, but the energy we hold around our throats, which often it's called Vishuddha. Vishuddha energy is associated, each chakra. Listen, I'm like this with chakras, guys. I usually need something tangible that I've experienced in order to believe in something. So I like to, if I look up and want to work with these concepts, I try and associate it with something that I understand that makes sense in my body. So they say that Vishuddha energy is about the energy of creativity and expression, like literally your voice, right? Your voice, how you express yourself and how you're able to articulate and be honest. And when that's stuck or overactive, you're overactive, you're having problems controlling your expression. We all know what that is like. But sometimes we just can't get things out. We get a little stuck here, but it also, each chakra is associated with a gland in your body. That's where that energy comes from. And your glands regulate all your hormones. And this is, what's in here is your thyroid, right? You know about your thyroid? Anyone have experience with that? Yeah. Yep. All the women of a certain age. Yeah, it's kind of it's just kind of common. Yeah. So, your thyroid gland regulates your metabolism, right? Your energy, your ability to grow and heal. So we're going to work with that today. I just want to check my notes really quick. Oh, but this is my favorite thing about it, that each chakra is associated with a sound. And this one is hum, H-A-M, like a ham, hum. But what I like is, when you go to the doctor and he wants to check that your little punching bag, your uvula is moving, and he looks at your throat for swelling, and what do you say? You don't say ham, but you say ah, because it makes this vibrate, and they can look and see. So the sound of we don't say ham, we say hum. So we're going to work with sounds a little bit today. But then also does anyone else have neck tension? Because mine has been like really intense lately. Actually, it's always intense. It's where I carry a lot of tension. So let's lie down. Let's work with it today. Let's play around with our neck and our energy of our thyroid and our Vishuddha. That's a cool word. It's a nice word, Vishuddha. You're all on mute, but if you have a question, you can always unmute yourself. Lie down on your back and bend your knees and just relax on the floor for a second. Rest your head. And I want you to take your arms out to the sides with your palms facing down. And when you do that, I want you to look to the left and look to the right. So actually look at your arms in relationship to your shoulder and have them go straight out from the shoulder, because often what happens is one of them will be up higher or lower than the other. So take a look at them, and then we're not going to go out to a full letter T. Right now you're maybe at a full letter T. I want you to drop them down just 6 inches or so. And you might have to look at them again. You might have to take a look at your arms and just see where they are in space. And then your feet are going to be about hips distance. And don't place your feet under your knees like you're going to do a bridge. Walk them forward a couple inches from there. Just take a second for a nice deep breath in through your nose. And let it out through your mouth. Good. Let's do that again. We're just going to take a breath in through the nose. And when you exhale, it's nice. You can make sound. Nobody will hear you, but yourself, right? But you're going to hear mom. You're going to hear my mom. She's going to do it too. Breath in. And one more like that. Inhale. Good. So you want to feel and sense the energy around the throat, just the vibration there. Maybe like when you say ah at the doctor. Pull your right knee about halfway towards your chest. So your leg's floating, and then extend your right foot up towards the sky. Flex it, point it, do a circle. Make your ankle crack and make noise. And then bend your knee and place your foot back down. Pull your left knee halfway towards your chest. Lift your left foot. Move the ankle around, point and flex, draw a circle. Good. Bend your knee and place that foot back down. And then start to alternate. So we'll just call this an air march. Just take a nice air march. Your knee comes in. Extend the leg. Place the foot back down. You can add the ankle rows each time or just alternating one leg at a time. I'm not necessarily trying to straighten my leg. I'm just feeling it's like a slow meditative march just to anchor our lower body. It's what I found when I've been working with a tennis ball a lot on the wall to try and be my own massage therapist since I can't see anybody. And it's amazing the connection between your throat, right, between the energy up high and also just the neck tension, the shoulder tension, and the release it can cause down low in your lower back, on the back of your hips right now. Good. Pause for a second. Both feet on the floor. You're going to pick up your head just a millimeter, turn it, rotate, rotate, rotate to the right, and then place it back down. Your palms are turned down, your arms are relaxed. And I want you to take a second before you continue like this with an air march. I want you to let your head and your jaw completely relax, like you're giving the weight of your skull down to the floor. Soften the space between your eyebrows. A lot of the tension we carry here is from unconscious activation of muscles. So it's like an inwards clenching in a deep layer of tissue that we're not aware of. So take a moment just to melt, relax your shoulders, stay with your head on this side, and then just take a very slow air march, maybe a couple of steps. Notice if you feel any kind of change or difference. You're keeping your hips really heavy and weighted. You're trying to relax your head each time a foot hits the floor, each time. And then both feet down. We'll rotate your head back to the center. And I want you to feel the difference between rotating your head and rolling your head. If I just roll, because your head is not the correct shape, right? If I roll my head to the left, then my chin goes to my chest. So you can try the roll. But what I want you to do is rotate. So that means you pick the head up, you rotate it, we'll turn to the other side, over to the left, and then place it back down and relax. So your chin will be then off your chest a little bit. You'll have space. And you're rotating your head perfectly about the axis of your spine. It's not like it's dangerous to do it the other way with the head roll, but this is just the focus of this exercise. Go for a march again, a nice slow march. One leg at a time, starting off nice and slow today. Sensing your body. Relaxing your jaw. Take one more little march. And then with both feet down, you're going to rotate your head back to center. We'll exhale for the sound again, that Bija Mantra sound of hum. Breathe in. Good. Notice what you feel, that vibration. Can you feel your uvula kind of dangling and moving there? Bring your knees to your chest and lift yourself up to sitting, either by rolling to the side or just whatever's natural. Lift yourself up. Going to sit cross-legged. You guys better be making that sound. I can't hear you. Give me a thumbs up. You did it, right? Thank you. Good. I have no way of checking. No way at all except to turn all the speakers on. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to reach our arms up, interlace your fingers, and flip the palms up towards the sky as you lengthen your arms out. Keep your chin off your chest. I want you to allow your head to move around a little bit. So you have a little bit of a bobblehead. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in the head. It's our muscles that we unconsciously might be holding or clenching are going to prevent our energy from moving. So make sure you're mobile. Good. And then take your hands, the palms to the base of your skull. Lift your chin off your chest and take your elbows wide. You're going to feel your shoulders kind of plug into your upper back. You'll feel that pressure. Take a breath in here through your nose. And then as you exhale, bring your elbows forward and down and gently pull your head towards your chest, chin towards your chest. At the same time, resist and press your head a little bit into your hands. We're warming up the neck. So as you inhale, press your head back into your hands. Open your elbows wide, maybe lift your chin slightly. Look up. Exhale, and elbows come forward and down. And again, don't just pull on the neck without making the muscles active. So push your head into your hands. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Relax your jaw as you move. Very, very connected. The jaw, the voice, the ability to speak and communicate. Inhale, open. Go at your own pace. Your spine's moving a little bit besides just the neck spine. But our focus is not cat and cow shape right now. It's mostly moving through the cervical spine. Try not to lean backwards or fall backwards. I'd actually rather have you leaning a little bit forwards if you're not right balanced in the center. Lift back up, press your head into your hands, lift your arms to a big letter V, and then bend to one side, right hand down. Reach up and away, get lots of space so you're tightening and strengthening the right side of the waistline. And then here's going to be another really important piece of today is I want you to imagine it this way. Let's go to the other side first. We'll do it when we come to the other side. I always think that the sound of music here, remember those little puppets, high in the hill and the lonely goat, and they've got the marionettes and the puppets. And these strings are holding all the puppets' arms and head and legs. So I want you to imagine, go back to the first side, but hold your waistline strong on both sides, that the strings holding your head, you're the puppet, you're the marionette, the strings holding your head have been cut, okay? So what would happen, you don't have to drop your head fast, but you're going to let it drop and look down towards the floor. So you're doing no work now through the muscles in your neck. You're letting your face and your jaw relax. And your right hand, the hand on the ground, is supporting you. Don't lean backwards. Don't let your chest fall backwards behind your hips. I'd rather you have your chest a little more forwards over your legs. You should start drooling if I left you here. So I think, Mom, did you notice that? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, your liquid in your mouth, your saliva will start moving because that's good. If you start to drool, you're doing it right. Lift your arm back up in your head. Your string was reconnected. And just take a second. Oy. You feel that? Go to the other side. So start just kind of long and connected, extending through the spine, and then the string is going to slowly be cut. So if your head were dropped, it's like playing dead on TV. You were the victim in a murder mystery, right? And you had to play dead. Whew. That head drops, and it'll take a second to kind of allow all the muscles to untangle. We're going to cut the strings multiple times in different poses today. Good. Let your head come back up into line with your spine. Lift back up, and then we'll reach the hands forward. And this is even more tricky. This is trickier. You're going to take a forward bend over your legs. Put your hands down. Put your elbows down if they reach. And then I want you to try and cut the strings again, holding your head. So relax your jaw, and you might focus on trying to, you might nod your head, no thank you, like a very quiet no thank you, not a big movement. And when you sense a clenching or a holding, you might be able to let it go. And then once you let it all go, you can stop the no thank you or the yes please. And let the weight of your skull drop down even more. And then use your hands, walk them back in, and slowly lift your head back up. Take your hands behind you, fingertips behind you, stretch your legs forward. Fingertips are gonna help you lift the shoulders. Palms can be flat. I'm on my fingers because I don't have long arms. I'm drawing the shoulders back, and then I want you to allow your head, let me show you from the side, to take some moderate circles. Now we're in that cow position with the spine, that extension. I'm not trying to move my head 100% of my range of motion. I'm just exploring my ability here. Good. Pause in the center of that mobility. Breathe in and lift your chest. Exhale, ham. Good, lift your head. Do you remember which leg you had crossed in front? It was probably your favorite one. Go to the other one and fold forward again. Usually there's more stress on one hip, depending on which leg is forward. So go the other way and practice cutting your strings again. Fully relaxed, dropped head. Some of you might hit the floor. Some of you might have your forehead on the floor. That makes it even easier to try and relax, but you've got to focus then on the upper back and shoulders really letting go. So let the weight of your body, remember we talked about inversions, allowing your body to move with gravity. So you're allowing your big, smart brain to be heavy into your skull and drop towards the floor. Good. Walk your hands back in, push them off the floor, lift your head back up. We'll come onto all fours, come into table position. Get some really nice architecture. Hands underneath your shoulders, unlock your elbows. Lift your gaze, look forward. Lift your tail slightly with a strong belly. Exhale and round your spine. Look towards your belly button. As you inhale, let your tail lift. Look a little bit forward. See if it feels a little bit different. We're kind of softening and loosening around that upper back and shoulders. Exhaling round. Inhale into extension here, into cow, and hold for a moment. So unlock your elbows. They should be unlocking to point backwards slightly. And you might close your eyes, hold your waistline tight, your hips are slightly tilted. You're breathing and you're holding in the middle place with your head. So you might check again that your head has a little bit of mobility. Your upper back and shoulders are working, but they're not overworking. Take a breath in. For sound, exhale. Breathe in, open your eyes. Exhale, round like the cat. That's hard to hold, actually. It's pretty hard to hold. Round like the cat and pause here. Allow your head, it's like a ripe melon now. It's just kind of dangling and holding, ready to drop off the vine. But arms are strong and unlocked, and you're rounded across your shoulder, from shoulder to shoulder. Let the drooling begin. Relax your jaw. Inhale for hum. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, child's pose or downward dog. I'm going to go to down dog, but if you got a buzz, right, that's a lot of prana moving. If you got a buzz from that, take a child's pose until you're ready to come into down dog. Okay. Wherever you are, find some nice even breaths just to balance out, right, your in and out energy, your prana and apana. And we're going to find our way from down dog to the front of the mat. Walk your feet, take a few steps. Take hips distance between your feet, parallel them, ground them well. Bend your knees and relax that right melon again. Cut the strings holding up your head. I want you to wrap your arms behind your legs and either hold your wrists or hold on to opposite elbows, or I'm just kind of grabbing the back of my legs here. You might not be able to grab elbows unless you bring your legs closer together. So just do what feels all right. Knees are unlocked. And notice if you, I'm going to take a look at everybody. If you completely let go of the shoulders, if you don't do any retraction of shoulders and engagement there, you'll notice they drop into the ears. Do you feel that? They'll completely elevate. They elevate towards the floor. I want you to find just a light retraction. Hi, Melissa. I didn't know you popped in. Hi, honey. So just that light retraction. I'm not trying to shove my shoulders up to the sky completely, but when I get a light retraction of the shoulders towards the sky, find where the sky is, pull them up, relax your jaw more, drool, drool, drool. Do you feel that traction? Almost like you're creating space between the discs. I know your legs are burning, Beth. I know it. No legs are burning. You can do it. Good. Everybody, yep. Let the arms dangle. Bend your knees. Keep that. The strings are cut. The strings are cut of your head. Your legs and butt and belly are so strong, you're going to roll up with a 20, 30, maybe even a 50-pound head. Drooling all the way until you come all the way up, shoulders over hips, and then you can lift your head. Probably want a raspberry after that. How'd that feel? Still going. Yeah, Melissa's still going. Take your time. That feels good. Whew, Mom's a little lightheaded. I can see it. So just take a second to stand up tall, arms by your side. Take a breath in and lift your shoulders. Let them elevate. And then don't shove them back and down. Just let them float and settle back and down. Do that again. Breathe in. Let them go back and float. And then one more time. Breathe in, shoulders up, the back, and they settle into that middle place. Good. Inhale, your arms rise. Exhale, swan dive and forward bend. Hips high, head low. Let that head drop completely. Cut the strings before you move on. Step your right foot back. Drop a knee. Look forward and rise up. Arms up. Chin up. Inhale for hum. Good. Dissolve. Hands to the floor. Lift your back knee. Step back to dog. Press your hips back. Come on forward to plank. Come through your version of vinyasa. Knees up or down. Chaturanga. Move forward with your heart. Cobra or up dog. Beautiful. And back. Downward facing dog. Right leg into the sky. Big reach. Shy step forward. Drop the back knee. Look forward. Lift your shoulders up over your hips. Lift your arms when you're ready. Or keep them on the thigh for balance. Strong legs, please. Strong legs. Good. Hands come down. We'll hum the next round. Knee lift, step forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, and focus on the head drop. It's easier to remember where that is, right? The feeling of completely cutting the strings, the more you practice it, so you can go into it more easily. Bend your knees. You're going to use the strength of your neck now. Look forward, circle the arms out, and stand up, reach up. Look up, open up that energy center. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Drop the head, melon head, right melon. Left foot steps back, knee down. Look up, shoulders up, arms up. Pause for a moment. Pause here. Chin lifted off your chest, so don't get caught with the, it's also about your sinuses, right? Your sinuses, your ability to just move energy through your face, your ears, your jaw. Breathe in for hum. And dissolve, hands down. Good. What do you have to say? Lift your back knee, step up. Downward dog. Come through vinyasa or hang out in dog. Chaturanga. Cobra. Notice how your cobra feels. Hopefully it feels a little nicer, a little sweeter. Good. Back to down dog, your way. Left leg to the sky, big reach. Shy step forward. Drop the back knee, rise up. We have to have a nice strong base. So all of your energy centers from the root, the bottom of your tail, all the way up through your pelvis, your belly, your ribs. They have to be strong in order to work with this energy, support the energy. Energy goes from the bottom up through the top. Good. Dissolve, hands to the floor, lift your back knee. Step forward, inhale, half forward bend. Roll those shoulders back, pull the waistline in, and full forward bend. Drop the head, practice it, dropping. Bend your knees, circle the arms out and up. Stand up. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Relax your head. Right foot back, knee down, rise up. Find your peak here. Thumbs touch the back wall. Open up your mouth, lift your chin. Speak it. Good, exhale, hands down, step back, dog. Forward to plank. Through your vinyasa sequence, take your time. If I'm going too fast or too slow, then go at your pace. Downward dog to down dog split, right leg high, big reach. Even right here, relax your head for a moment. And then look where you want to place your foot and move the head with it. There you go, back and down, rise up, touch the back wall with your thumbs. Good, hands down, dissolve. Lift your back knee, step forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, right melon head. Right juicy cantaloupe. Circle out, rise up. Easy shoulders, exhale and fold. One more time through. Melon head, drop it, drop it. Left foot back, knee down. Look up, arms up, chin up, chest high, hips low and strong. Good. Dissolve, hands down, lift your knees, step back to dog. Come forward, Planksasana, Chaturanga, up dog, cobra. Downward facing dog, your way. Your way, left leg to the sky, relax that head, that's your peak. And then you'll want to gaze forward at your goal. Step your foot, drop the back knee, rise up high. Unlock your elbows even as you rise up, so energy is still moving. Good. Hands down. Step it forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, drop the head. We're going to do a roll up, a slow roll up again. So bend your knees, heavy arms, all the strings cut in the head. Feel your core working, your legs working, your glutes, drooling the whole way as you go until shoulders over hips. Then we lift the head and we act a little bit proud, so chin's going to lift up just a little bit. Good. Sit back into a chair. Reach your chest forward, arms reach forward. Remember, you want your knees to float over your toes, just over your toes, not forward. That's not going to work. So move your hips back in space. And then take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers together. Watch out that your knees are not knocking if there's space between your feet. Good. We're going to bring your chest to your thighs. Drop your melon. Rise up through your hips. And unlock that jaw. Your arms are either reaching up towards the sky together, or maybe the weight of them drops a little more over your head. But listen to your shoulders. Shoulder joints, remember there's that slight retraction of the shoulders for extra traction through the neck, space in the discs. Feet strong, roots strong. Good. Release your hands down. Come into a half forward bend. Looking slightly forward. And then we'll step back one at a time. 1, 2, into downward facing dog. Send your right leg to the sky, big reach. Step forward and stand up slow and strong. Warrior 2. Warrior 2. Find your position with your legs first. So that front knee is over your ankle, and I like to think the second toe really straight out in front of me, second toe on your right foot. There's a slight inwards turn of your back foot, just very slight. Arms are up, and you're going to check them. See that they're actually extending from your shoulders. Good. And you're going to tuck that right hip strongly underneath you. We're going to reach your right arm up to the sky and tighten the waistline on both sides. Good. I'm going to cut your strings again. So what would happen if you dropped the head? We kept the spine long around the midsection and torso. So you might be looking, my chin kind of dropped forward, looking by the left foot and trying to use my waistline and my pelvic floor muscles to keep space all the way from the base of the spine to the base of the neck. Lift your head back up. Warrior two into side angle pose. Put your elbow on your thigh. And we're going to do the same thing. I want you to keep your left hand just on your hip here, or maybe half bind. You slide it behind the back like you're going to be handcuffed. Some of you might reach for the inner right thigh, but I don't want you to reach too hard. I want you to focus on turning your head towards, look at your right foot, and then cut the strings. Start the drooling. Practice letting go. Breathe. You might be nodding your head a little bit. I was able to access some other tension I wasn't aware of by a little bit of no thank you. Good. Lift your head back up. Rise back up, warrior two. Straighten your front leg. I find that harder to hold on the legs. Did you feel that? You're tired. Good. Reach up with your right hand and uncrowd the space around your right hip. Space. Lift it up and away from the floor. Even look at that tilt. Right hip up and away from the floor. Good. Unlock both your knees. Shift your weight forward and bring your right hand to your shin. Left hand is going to slide again, either just to your hip or behind your back. You can make an A-OK sign behind your back, connecting your thumb and first finger. Everything's A-OK. Now we're in triangle pose, trying to make our spine really long. Let's do it with a regular head first. Trying to reach my hips back, my heart forward by lengthening the waistline, unlocking strong legs. And then we're going to look at our right foot again and let the strings cut. Cheeks are soft. You might be relying a little more on your right hand for support here. That's okay. Even let the muscles of your eyes relax. Notice the sensations. How far down do you feel this in your body on the left side? Good. Place your head back where it normally is for triangle. Rise back up. Warrior two. Good. Downward dog, your choice. How to dissolve this, you can go through vinyasa or you can go into a child's pose. Your choice, what's feeling good on your body. Oh. Good. Down dog. We'll meet in down dog. How's everyone doing? Everyone's there. Left leg high, big reach. Complete that movement, complete that reach. Take a shy step and stand up warrior two. So again, second toe pointing forward, back foot turns in just a smidge. So it's not exactly perpendicular. Find your hips equidistant from the floor. That usually takes a moment. Adjust your arms and then look at them to see where they are in space. They're straight out of the shoulder joint. Good. Reverse warrior, left arm reaches up. Right hand is either on your hip or on your right thigh, and we're going to look towards your right foot. Let your chin drop. Cut the strings. Dangling head. Strong core muscles here. You really got to wear that corset in this one so you don't collapse and compress the lower spine. You might even lift yourself up a little bit, kind of unbend the legs a little. Get more height than depth. Let your head come back up, warrior two, into side angle pose, elbow to the thigh, and right hand either in half bind or just on the hip. Pull your whole chest, lengthen your waistline over your left thigh, and then we're going to look towards your left foot and cut the strings again. Strong foundation. It's not a force, it's not coercion. It's actually the force here is gravity. Yielding. My teacher says yielding to gravity. Good. Bring your head back in line with the rest of your spine. Rise back up. Warrior two, straighten your legs. And again, I didn't say this before, but some of us need to change the distance between our feet in triangle. It depends on the length of your bones. So first we have to uncrown the hip. I'll go back to that in a second. So lift your left arm and stretch out the left side of the waist all the way deep into the pelvis, even into your sitting bone. And then come forward, bring your hand to your shin. Pull your right hip around a little bit to face the front of your mat. And then right about here is when I know whether I'm feeling wobbly and I need more space between my legs or less. It's different for everyone. It has to do with your proportions. It's the natural proportion of your bones. We're going to rotate the chest a little bit up towards the ceiling. Right hand is on your hip. And then just rotate the head. Look down. And drop it. Drop that head. Breathe. Drool. Wow, I'm getting a huge amount of information from my right hip. Finally getting a release. So notice what you feel, might be unexpected. Good, bring your head back to where it normally is for triangle, and then rise back up, warrior two. And then I'll meet you in downward dog. Your choice, go through vinyasa or take a rest. Recover and reserve your energy in child's pose. Good. Let's all come into child's pose for a moment. Bring your knees down, sit your hips back. Rest your forehead down and take your arms back or your feet. Give the weight of your head again to the floor. And if you want to try, turning your head and resting on one temple. Letting the arm bones fully go with gravity. Regulate your breath. At any time, you could do a small, kind of quiet hum. Actually, you could do it really loud, right? Doesn't bother us. Turn the other direction, relax. And come back to center. Bring your hands underneath you. Lift yourself up and come to sit with your legs out nice and wide apart. How's everyone doing? Okay, we're going to sit up tall. Ooh, I feel kind of floaty. We're going to sit up nice and tall, so if you feel like you're rounding backwards at all, then your hamstrings might be resisting you, and you can just pick up your knees and sit like this so you can be nice and tall. Otherwise, legs will go out long. We're going to fold the right leg in. We're going to do the same kind of action. So I need you to be strong in your base. So strong in those hips, pelvic floor. So you can continue creating space up the spine. We're going to turn a little towards your bent leg. Turn to the right with your chest. Put your, left hand is going to slide down the long leg. And we're going to wrap and bind your right arm, either just behind your back to be handcuffed, or maybe some of you might wiggle all the way around. That's not happening for me with the shoulder right now. You might grab the inside of your left thigh. It's not really necessary. If you've got long arms and long torso, you might be able to reach and get the elbow to rest on your shin. It's up to you, hand or elbow. You just need to push off of something here. First, I want you to turn your head to the right. Relax your jaw, your face, your brow. Turn your head to the left. See how much rotation you can get without forcing it. Go back and forth a couple times. All the way right. All the way left. Your trapezius muscles at the top of your shoulders are holding your head in place. Right? They get tight. Now turn to the left and cut the strings. Try not to collapse your chest. Use your left arm for support. And keep both sitting bones really connected to the floor. We're going to do a quiet hum. Inhale. Good. Lift your head again. Look to the right. Free your bound arm, reach it up to the sky. And let it bring you back up. And switch legs. So I really want to make sure that when we're dropping this big head, it's like 8 or 10 pounds, they say, your skull and your brain and your head and your hair. Your hair doesn't weigh much at all. But I want to make sure you still have the strength from the foundation. So if you're feeling any kind of compression or collapse through your lower back or your hips, then don't, for example, in this one, don't bend over so deeply. This is not going to serve you, right? I was hardly bending over. It's just right here. When I started to tip my head, it was enough, right? Okay, so we turn a little bit, chest rotates. I'm going to put my right hand or elbow on the leg, on the right leg. My left arm goes behind my back. Mine's just tapping my sacrum there. Nothing very tight or stuck. And we just start with rotations. So turn and look all the way to the left and all the way to the right. Slowly moving back and forth, focused on that soft brow and jaw. And then we'll go to the right. Look to the right and drop the string, cut the strings. Let your head drop without collapsing the spine. You still have wrinkles on the right side of your waist because we are side bending. But that side of the waist is engaged. Your oblique muscles are engaging. The saliva is starting to loosen. Notice how far down. Do you feel this all the way into your middle back, your lower back, your hips, your knees? And then lift back up, lift your head back up, reach that left arm up. Just take a big stretch, free that arm, and come back up. Send both legs straight out in front of you. Flex your feet. Okay. Which way did we go? We went that way. Right arm up. So again, you might be here. If it's hard to sit up tall, you might bend your knees. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just how you have to be to sit up tall. We're going to reach across, and you're going to grab something. So if you can reach the side of your foot, outside of your left foot, it's just convenient because it sticks up. But you might just be on the side of the calf or ankle. We're going to turn, turn, turn. My left hand is going to go to my back, lower back. I'm going to turn my head all the way to the left, and I'm going to push my hand against my leg. Twisting, twisting. Good. We're going to switch. Move to the other side. Left arm, push against something, your foot or your shin. Right hand on your sacrum. Turn, turn, turn your head and your chest, but not your hips or your pelvis. You almost want to push your right leg farther forward to counterbalance the twist. Good, go back to the center, crisscross your arms, crisscross. You might be holding the outside of the feet. That might be ridiculous and very far away, so you can hold here and fold. And it's again a practice in trying to let your head completely drop. If the crisscross doesn't work for you, don't do it. Just do regular. Grab the foot on the side of your hand. Rise back up. Bend your knees, roll down into your back. You lucky dogs, we're not doing any core work today. How about that? I mean, all of it's core work. No specific targeted strengthening. Lucky ducks, I'm going to do yoga, HIIT for yogis this weekend. We'll go live on Instagram and do a high intensity interval. Anna Maria, you should come. See you looking at me, you should come. It'll be recorded though, guys. So you can go do it later. I hate boot camps. Oh my God, I hate it. But I found this good exercise. It's been great for my hips and my core and all my joints. So I'm going to do it this weekend. And it's great for yogis because it's like shapes we know and are comfortable with. And it's low impact on the joints. Mom went to sleep. So if you need to go to sleep, you can do that. But we're going to do a couple more things. Bend your knees and pull them to your chest. We're going to put some nice pressure on the tops of your shoulders. Wiggle a little bit side to side as if you're lengthening your hips away from your shoulders. And then place your feet flat for a bridge pose. Arms are going to be along your sides with your shoulder blades tucked underneath you. And let's move your hands just a little away from your body. One hand step away from the body. Feet are hips distance. Press down and lift. Lift your hips up. Relax your head, but you actually relax your face, rather. Relax the muscles of your face. And I want you to focus right now on that little press of the head into the floor so you maintain a natural curve in your neck. And then I want you to focus your attention on the sensation of the pressure at the top of your shoulders, right? From bringing gravity, bringing your shoulders onto the floor. So the contact with the floor, the pressure there, and relaxing to that point of contact. Keep your head it's just a boop, just a tiny little boop of pressure, head into the ground. Keep it. Stare straight up at the ceiling and articulate your spine one bone at a time back to the floor. Once you hit the ground, relax completely for one round of hum. Inhale. Take a breath in. We're going to go up again, hips up. Maybe not pushing into your furthest extension today, just enjoying this as a self-massage. It doesn't have to be so hard. That gentle pressure on the shoulders right now is enough. Your head is just lightly pushing into the ground to, again, support the curve in your neck. Relaxing your face. My cheeks always feel like they get smooth here. And then my jowls get wrinkly, right? So relaxed in the face. Good. Light pressure in the head as you articulate back down again. Once you land, relax. Inhale for hum. Good. Bring your knees to your chest, roll to your side. And I'm going to use the couch here. And I want you to use a wall or a couch. We're going to do bridge on the wall or with the couch or with the chair. If you use a chair, make sure it's planted. It's not going to move. I'll show you what we're doing and then you can choose which furniture you'd like to use. Use the wall, make sure your feet are clean, huh? You're going to get your booty all the way up towards the edge of the wall or the couch. And we do the same thing. Move this pillow. So get that Batasana up. You know, you can use the bed, Ed, you can use the bed. That rhymes. I'm going to take my arms just a smidge away from me. I'm going to push my feet against the wall or the couch. And I'm going to squeeze my bottom, my core, my legs as I start to elevate my hips. And if you're on the wall, then you're going to have to walk your feet up to about knee height. So now I'm adding more pressure. Now, if this doesn't work for you, you have a choice. You can do a regular shoulder stand on the floor, or you could do legs, just legs up. You could be right here, just legs up and over the couch or the wall. Otherwise, a little gentle press of the head into the floor. Arms press into the floor. I'm going to take a peek at everyone. And you want to bring your attention to the pressure you're feeling on your shoulders. Be smart, and if something doesn't feel right, if your lower back is going, no, 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 then make it work. Drop it down and make it work. Good. Good. Lower slowly. So you've got to strengthen right from the bottom to the top. So from that root up even through the base of the ribs. Once you land your hips, let your legs relax.
Rebecca, it crinked my neck. I mean, it felt great on my shoulder and my back, but the angle
is not good.
Maybe it was.
You know, Candace,
of
your
the,
video's off and I can't see you.
well,
Right.
couldn't see it anyway. It's
Yeah. It's a little, yeah, this is a little tricky to do with you across screens, I have to say today. But yeah, I would just do the bridge one again on the floor, if that one felt good. Or you know what? I bet you have a block under your hips in a supported bridge. Would be so nice.
My back and my shoulders felt great. It was just on the against the furniture. Well, I'll fiddle with it. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for asking. Decide if you'd like to do one more round of that, or if you would like to, we're going to kind of go off and do our own things for a minute or two, or if you'd like to do another inversion. Probably not a headstand because that's quite a different kind of pressure and energy. But you could do a full shoulder stand. You could stay with legs up the wall or up the couch. Yeah, and like Candace shared, listen to your body. If you don't like the pressure, something feels wrong on your neck, your lower back, then modify. Supported bridge would be lovely. Block under the hips. If you're in a shoulder stand and you want to go through the sequence, your finishing sequence, you go to plow, toes come over your head to the floor. And deaf man's pose, which is knees by the ears. And then a slow roll back out. And the fish pose, if you like, you can take a fish. And if you're in legs up the wall or up the couch or anything else, supported bridge, and slowly come out. We're all going to make our way back down to our back. Nice to see you, Stephen. Going to come down to our back, and I want you to give a test to that rotation again. So bend your knees and flatten your feet, but your feet don't need to be right under your knees. They're a little bit farther forward, just in a relaxed way. For me, feet wide apart and knees knocking. Touching is the most comfortable. Find something comfortable. Take your arms out to the sides again, palms flat, and check where they are, that they're just straight out with the shoulder. Lift your head 1 millimeter from the floor with very little effort. Rotate it all the way to the right. Place it back down. And relax. So even as your head is on the floor here, even as your head is relaxed on the floor, imagine the strings have still been cut. And that you could relax and let the weight of your head drop down even more. It takes time. It takes 30 seconds, 60, 90, maybe even 12 minutes sometimes to fully settle. So be patient. It's fine. Rotate your head back to the center. And then rotate to the other side. Notice how the relaxation, the relaxing of your face, your jaw, the muscles in your eyes, and also the shoulders for sure. Affect, right? The feeling of the weight of your head. And then return back to center. And come into Shavasana, corpse pose. Grab a blanket or anything cozy that helps you relax. Take a few moments to completely relax your body, your physical body. Allow yourself to remain relaxed and at ease. And if for the last few moments of our relaxation, if you'd like to do a reflection, use your imagination. As you breathe in, you're going to have a bright green light or energy, whatever that looks like to you. Bright green light or energy. On your inhalation, it enters through your center, right, through your navel center, into your throat. Swirls around, sparks, ignites, glows, and on your exhalation exits through your mouth. Use your imagination if you'd like. Bright green light in through your navel, swirls at the throat, exhale, exit through the mouth. Easy breath. Good, and then take a nice cleansing breath in. Exhale, release it through your mouth. Give your head, but this time a roll instead of a rotate, just a roll side to side. And if your toes, can find a connection from that movement to your toes, starting to wiggle and waken. And then your fingers, your hands start to waken. And you bend your knees, pull them to your chest. Roll to your side or come up in any way that's natural, comfortable. Come to sitting cross-legged. Hands on your knees. Okay, and close your eyes just for a second here. You might think about this energy that you've created, that you've balanced and created. Is there some way you'd like to creatively express yourself or effectively articulate yourself today? I just like to think about what kind of energy, which project, which intention I would like to put my energy towards. One more sounding, making a sound for our exhale. Last one, inhale. And let your eyes open. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you, Rebecca.